Hi guys, welcome to my channel. It's Rochelle from Plan with CSCD, and today we are going to plan from the 13th of December till I think it was the 18th or something like that. Can't really remember. The kit that I'm using is from Pinkplannershop and it is called Hello World. We are planning for the week that my son Andrew was born. He's born on the 14th of December at 1:45 p.m. and it was a rough week, let me tell you that. I'm just putting down all my basics, so I'm just going to ramble about what really happened. It was the reason that I was out for a couple of weeks also, that I couldn't really plan and put up a plan with me on YouTube. But what had basically happened was that I was scheduled for inducement on Monday the 13th, and Andrew was a breech baby, so they tried to turn him, and then they had all these pillows and blankets that they wrapped around my belly just to make sure that he wouldn't change his position, and they put me on medication to start the inducement, but they tried it twice on Monday and it didn't really work. So they told me that they really wanted to schedule a C-section for Tuesday because it was already too late for Monday to do the C-section. So they scheduled it for Tuesday in the afternoon, and I was okay with it. I was like, sure, just do it, because from the beginning of my pregnancy, I had always said to everyone that knows me, and especially to my husband, I already had told him that I had a feeling that it would be a C-section because, first of all, it was really big, and I already had a feeling that he would be really big. So there was one, and also I was in a lot of pain since June, since my second trimester. If you have followed me on Instagram or on my YouTube channel, you might have already known, but they really could not find like why I was in a lot of pain and what was happening with my body. So I always told them they're going to do a C-section on me because well, that's just my luck. But I was okay with it, and on Monday we got to stay at the hospital because otherwise I would have gone back to home. But they already put me on medication, and they didn't want to take the risk of something happening to me, of me reacting to the medicines, or my water breaking still and having to give birth. So they just left me at the hospital. My husband got to stay with me, luckily. Normally, because of the virus that we have now, the pandemic, your husband doesn't get to stay. But I was panicking, so they let him stay. And then on Tuesday, I got to be sober, of course, because I had this operation, the C-section. And then they picked me up at like 12:30 p.m. to go to the room where they prep you, and my husband of course went with me, and then at 1:30 p.m. I got to go to the operation room with my husband. They put down the epidural or anesthetics, and like within a minute I couldn't feel my legs, or I could feel them. Like I could not feel the pain, they told me, but I could feel my legs, and I felt them like I just felt them. Don't know how to say it in English, but I felt them. And then my son was born at 1:45, and they of course took took him away with my husband just to cut his cord and check if he's okay. And then after that, like 5 minutes after that, so at 1:50, they put Andrew on my chest. And then I already felt like something was wrong because my doctor was panicking. I really saw the panic in her eyes, and she was like, instead of where she had taken Andrew out, she was with her hands all over my belly, and I couldn't really tell what was wrong, but I knew that something was wrong. So Andrew laid there on my chest for like 3 minutes, and after that they told my husband, okay, well, it's cold here in the room, you should take Andrew downstairs and we just get her fixed up, stitched up, and she will be right there. And at that moment I really knew like something was wrong, and I just told my husband that it's cold, but it was not cold at all. So they took them away. I just looked at them going away, and like literally a minute after they went away, like a team full of doctors came in running, and they all stood around me, and I was still conscious, and I told them, like, I don't feel good, I don't want to be here experiencing everything, so just put me on there. And the doctor told me, like, yeah, sure, just wait a minute, you can do this. And I was like, no, you have to put me on there. And he was like, no, you can do this. And so they did not put me on there at all. Like, I experienced everything, and it was horror, I can tell you that. So what had happened, or what had happened was that my bowels had stopped working, but they had already stopped working like in June, and which is very dangerous. And so when they took Andrew out and they wanted to stitch me up, my bowels came out, I mean, and they were like all, it was very big and they couldn't put it back, so they had to remove my appendix. So I had two operations. One, they removed Andrew, and they removed my appendix. And after that, my bowels still wouldn't really fit, so they had to like stuff it back into my stomach and my belly, and that really hurt. Like, I could really feel that, and I was still like, put me under, I don't want to be here, right? I don't want to experience this. But they did not put me on there, and so they managed to put my bowels back in my stomach, and after that they stitched me up, and they took me to the recovery room, and there I just got like an ice cream as if nothing happened. And mind you that Andrew had been born on 1:45 p.m. and I really got to see my son at like 4 p.m. because the operation was not ready till 3:15 p.m. So it really took a long time for them to just do everything. And I'm really thankful, because it could have cost me my life, or even Andrew his life, but the way they took my son and my husband away and then just would not put me under while I had asked so many times, and they told me at the beginning of the C-section, like, if you want to be put down under, just ask us and we will do it, and they didn't. So yeah, that was very traumatic. And then we had to stay at the hospital till Sunday, and I was even lucky to be released on Sunday, because my bowels still were not working, and they had to work before I got to leave the hospital. And like, normally when people get a C-section, at least that's what they told me, your bowels are messed up, and they are they have to get back into working the way they are supposed to work in like 2 or 3 weeks. But since my bowels had stopped working from June on, I have a much longer recovery process. So that's what happened that week. And then after this week, I got to go home, and I had a lot of scares because I had to go to the ER a couple of times, and I had to call my doctor a couple of times because I was in a lot of pain. Because what I haven't told you yet is that normally you get like just a regular painkiller after your C-section, and then a heavier painkiller, just for you not to feel all the pain because it's a heavy operation. And I had 2 operations, of course. I had the birth of my son and my appendix removed, but I am allergic to everything in this world, and so I am allergic to the heavy painkillers, which meant for me that I had to recover and still have to recover with just the basic painkillers for like headaches. So that was heavy as well. But I'm still here, Andrew's here, my husband is here, everyone is here. So I'm grateful for that. And yeah, well, we are almost at the end of this plan with me, but a couple of things that happened are that I had a lot of CT scans, had a lot of x-rays of my stomach. I really, really, really wanted to breastfeed Andrew, and I started breastfeeding Andrew right away after the surgery, but since I was in a lot of pain because the heavy painkillers, I couldn't, I'm allergic to the heavy painkillers, so I could not have those, and I was in a lot of pain, a lot of stress, and just really trying to process what really had happened during the C-section. So I managed to breastfeed him till Friday in the morning, and then I just stopped because I really could not do it anymore. So yeah, I tried, but I'm trying to be not really mad at myself for not being able to do that, and just trying to give myself a break with everything that has happened. I'm just going to let you enjoy the rest of this plan with me, or watch the rest of this plan with me. I hope you enjoy it. If you do, like, subscribe, let me know in the comments if you have any questions, or if you just want to share anything with me about your experience. And I will see you in the next plan with me. Bye, guys.